Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Virginia Department of Corrections, Red Onion State Prison. To accept this call, press 0.
This is Randall Via. I'm currently serving 1,214 years for capital murder in Red Onion State Prison in the state of Virginia in the USA. This is my podcast, Red Onion Randall. I hope you enjoy listening to me today. This is Randall Via, currently serving 1,214 years for capital murder and armed robbery. Currently being housed at King Mountain Correctional Center in Oakwood, Virginia, in the USA. Welcome to my podcast, Red Onion Randy. I hope you enjoyed listening to me today. If you have any questions or comments or want to leave a message or whatever, I've got a voicemail line. That number is 1-888 524-1932. For anyone outside the continental U.S., just put a plus in front of the 1 and you're good to go. You can also visit my website, which is new and improved and got different features and whatnot, at www.redonionrandy.com. We also have some merch up there. So far, it's just a hoodie and a T-shirt with my logo and everything. You can find that link on my website. I hope you support me. You can also find me on X at Red Onion Randy. I hope you do. Let's get started with the podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about something that, quite frankly, has been pissing me slammed off. And it's the issue of manhood. What is manhood? What is not manhood? Because I don't see a lot of men anymore. Like, even in an environment like prison, you would think, that it would be a manly culture in here. And it is among a few of us. But, you've got guys in here now that, understand, I'm not taking shots at transgenders. Each to their own. I've got too many problems of my own to be worried about what somebody else is doing. But what I do have a problem with is this. Now, if you're legit and you genuinely feel like you're a woman trapped in this man's body and so on and so forth, okay, I've got respect for you. I've got love for you, and I'll never bully you over it. I'll never pick on you for it. As a matter of fact, I just stood up for one because he was getting bullied, and I let it be known that ain't going to happen around me because I don't like bullies. What I do have a problem with is this. You have some guys in prison are getting on the transgender list just so they can get special privileges. Because to some respect, transgenders, they have it rough mentally and emotionally in prison. They go through hell mentally and emotionally in prison. There's no question about that. But when it comes to like the physical perks, you can, if you want a guaranteed single cell, all you have to do is sign up on the transgender list and tell them to put you in a single cell, and it's automatically done. They will strip a single cell from somebody who needs it just to put a transgender in there. And if you don't like it, you can go to the hole. Like, if the COs are pushing something at them, or they see that the CO sees, a transgender doing something wrong, they'll, all the person, you're just messing with me because I'm transgender. And you see that CO tuck his tail and run like a coward. Because they are protected to a large extent, even though, they do go through a lot of emotional and mental trauma in here. But how in the can you call yourself a man? Walk around here like you will kill him. And you signed up on a transgender list just so you could get a single cell. Just so you could, get a shower by yourself whenever you kind of want to. You can get the phone whenever you want to, because in the pod you just came from, they wouldn't let your ass on the phone. So you want to come down here to this pod, claiming the transgender just so you can use the phone, but yet you want to come in here and walk around with you. Bro, like, this is pissing me off. Like, I see stuff in the real world. I watch TV. I don't really watch a lot of television. I damn sure don't watch a whole lot of reality shows. But my wife, Nick, she watches reality shows. She likes, dating shows and so on and so forth. So every now and then when I see them on, I try to make myself sit down and watch it, just so we can have something to discuss. I can, show some interest in the things that she enjoys and likes. That's what a man does. He makes those sacrifices for those he loves. I'm sitting there watching it, and you see in men putting on like eyeliner to make their eyes pop. Like, what the are you kidding me? I understand you want to take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. I take showers every day. I wash my face. I trim my beard. Hell, I even do a little manscaping every now and then. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look your best. I encourage everyone to look their best. A man is supposed to be rugged. A man is supposed to be strong. A man is supposed to take care of his responsibilities. That's another thing. I see these guys out there having sex with all these girls, getting them pregnant, and then refusing to step up and help take care of their children. They want to lie over and over and over again. Even if the DNA test says it, you are the father, they still want to lie. Oh, no, that bitch cheated on me. That ain't my kid. I don't accept that, man. She paid the technician to fake that. She just trying to get my money. Bro, if you're living this type of lifestyle, you ain't got no fucking money to begin with. What is... Like, I'm almost at a loss for words. Like, I'm really struggling to comprehend this. I've been in prison since I was 11 years old. This is all I've ever known. And even with my dad, I didn't have a shining example of manhood to follow after. My dad got high as a fucking kite every chance he could get. He was drunk every chance he could get. He beat the hell out of me and my brothers every chance he got. The only thing I ever really got from my dad, toughness. The sumbitch made me tough. And he taught me what not to do. That's it. Those are the two lessons that I learned from my father. I had to learn how to be a man on my own in prison. How can you call yourself a man when you're not doing the things it takes to be a man? A man is respectful. First, towards himself. He takes care of the things that he needs to take care of. He takes care of his health. He makes sure that he works. He makes sure that he's paying his bills, that he's providing for himself and his family. He's making sure that he's being responsible by setting money aside for future emergencies. He's making sure that there's not just food on the table, but there's good food on the table. He's making sure that his kids are being raised and taught to respect themselves and to respect others. A man makes those sacrifices. I do not like watching dating shows. For those of you who are long-time listeners, who's listened to all of my podcasts so far, do I really sound like the type of man that watches The Bachelor or The Bachelorette or whatever that is? No. But my wife enjoys those type of shows. So I'm trying to make an effort. Because at the end of the day, how can you say you love someone if you're not willing to engage in their interest also? It can't just be about you. Look at this world that we are living in. You want to know why this world has gone to hell in a handbasket, to why it's so on the brink of destruction? Because that right there, the biggest threat to mankind is not disease. It's not aliens. It's not the zombie apocalypse. It's World War III. It's all the damn nukes out there. Human extinction is the biggest threat to mankind. And the reason we're on the verge of that, the reason why every country is being so polarized along political lines is because of men not being men. They're not staying at home. They're not raising their children. They're not doing the things they need to do. The world is filled with juvenile frat boys. How can you call yourself a real man when all you do is run around chasing a piece of ass? Because that's all that matters to you is trying to run up some tally list of how many girls you slept with. That doesn't make you a fucking man, dude. It makes you a punk. It makes you weak-minded. Because you are not strong enough mentally to commit to one woman. You're not strong enough to stand on your convictions and belief. Because all you're doing is running from one thing to the next, one thing to the next, one thing to the next. That's not right. Now look, if you happen, very few people in this world find that right woman on the very first girl they ask out. That's very rare. You have to date. Okay, if you wind up getting laid, good for you, I guess. And if it doesn't work out, then yeah, you move on to the next one. But how many guys, you see it on television all the freaking time. Guys will date a girl until they have sex with her. And then they run to the next one. And then they always want to blame the girl. Oh, well, she gave the ass up on the second date. She gave the ass up on the third date or the first date like she a whore. And then they just dump her to go on it. Bruh, the only whore in this situation is you. You're the only one stupid enough to carve notches into your bedpost. Then, when you have children, you either, one, you run from it and you don't help take care of them. So the kids are growing up with a single mom. A woman does not know how to raise a man. Because a woman is a woman. She cannot effectively raise a real man by herself. So because you run, you just screwed your kid. But even a lot of times, even if the guy does wind up staying, he's not raising his kids because he's not disciplining his kids. That doesn't mean you beat their ass. Trust me. Taking a belt to a kid and beating the shit out of him doesn't work. I'm living proof of that. I've been in prison since I was 11, and my dad beat me so bad at times he left me laying in pools of my own blood. That's not what I'm talking about. Real discipline is this. You sit down with your child when they do something wrong, and you explain to them, this is what you did wrong. This is why it's wrong to do this. And these are going to be the consequences. You're going to lose this, or you're going to have to go pick up trash on this street. You're going to have to do something. You don't have to put your hands on a child to discipline them. But you do have to discipline them. Take something from them. If they have a PlayStation, you take it for a week or two. Whatever is the most important thing to them, you take that from them for a week or two. And you explain to them why they did it, what they did was wrong, so on and so forth. And then afterwards, you give them a hug, you let them know that you love them, and you let them know that you believe in them, and you believe that they can, in fact, do the right thing, that they don't have to get in trouble. They don't have to do these bad things, because these are the consequences it leads to. Spending 30-some years in prison, or worse, all because the man doesn't want to be a man. Just because you're a male, just because you're over 18 years old, just because your dick gets hard, that doesn't make you a man. Being able to beat somebody's ass doesn't make you a man. Having hair on your chest, screwing all these girls doesn't make you a man. Having a lot of money doesn't make you a man. Having a big doesn't make you a man. A man is attitude. A man is the choices that you make. It's being responsible. It's doing what you have to do, especially when you don't like what it is you have to do. You get up in the morning, you go to work. You show respect to everyone. You take care of your wife or your girlfriend. You take care of your children. You make sure that you're raising them right. If your friends need help, you show up and help. Because at the end of the day, if you have a friend in your life and they call you in the middle of the night to ask you for help, and you're not willing to help them, they're not your friend, so go ahead and end that. Look, I'm not perfect. I never have been, I never will be. I'm not asking y'all to be perfect, but I'm asking you to take stock of your life. Are you doing what it takes to be a man? Are you taking care of your responsibilities? Because I don't see it. I don't see it in here. I don't see it on television. I don't see it. That's just my 2 cents. You know, take it or leave it, Carl. This world is extremely frustrating the hell out of me. I don't understand how it is. I'm in prison. I've been in prison damn near my whole life. It's all I've known. How is it that I can see more clearly than people who spent their entire life on the streets, who has access to all this stuff out there? That's what boggles my mind. How do I get to see when most of the people in this world can't?
You have 1 minute remaining.
Look, stay out of your wife's makeup box. Stop taking 45-minute showers. Do your job. Be a man. Believe in yourself. Respect yourself. And everything else will fall into place.
Skin boots, skull swaying like a noose, and I'll be clean.
wanna talk about while I'm talking about manhood and so on and so forth. I've watched a couple of talk shows here or there. You know, when you're in the cell, you're on lockdown, you get bored, you do what you gotta do. Now, I'm sitting here watching some of this stuff, and you've got these girls on there. They bring their boyfriends on there, or their husbands, you know, in some cases. Mostly it's just boyfriends, though. And, I mean, these girls are smoking ass hot. Great face, great body. I mean, everything you want physically in a woman. And they're bringing their boyfriends or their husband or whatever the case may be onto this talk show to try to get help because the guy would rather play video games all day and masturbate to porn instead of have actual sex with a real woman. If you're one of these guys who would rather play video games and masturbate to porn and have sex with a real woman that you're actually in a relationship with, now, I could understand if you don't have a girlfriend or a wife. Okay, you do what you got to do, I guess. I mean, I can't exactly, shame somebody for masturbating. You know, it's the only outlet I have, even though I do fight against it. It's the only outlet I have. But if you are in a relationship, and you are spending more time on your computer or in front of your television than you are with your girlfriend, because let me tell you something. If you are not meeting her needs, she's damn sure going to find somebody who is and who will. Just some friendly advice from your neighborhood criminal. Oh, excuse me, ex-criminal. This is what I'm talking about. Who in their right mind would rather masturbate than have sex with an actual woman? Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't know. What the hell is going on in the world today? I mean, seriously, stop to think about that. I mean, we spend our entire teenage years chasing after some ass. And as soon as you turn 22, 23, or whatever the case may be, you're in your 30s or your 40s, you just can't get it up. They make pills for that. Do some exercise. Get your heart pumping a little bit. We spend our entire teenage years chasing after ass. Like, if you're not doing this and you're being a man and you're doing what you're supposed to be, one, God bless you. Hopefully someday I get a chance to meet you and know you. Maybe we'll go have a drink, or hell, maybe we'll go eat a steak together or something. I appreciate you folks listening to me. Remember, if you want to leave some feedback on the show or, ask a question or whatnot, again, that number inside the continental U.S. is 1-888-524-1932. Anyone outside the U.S., just put a plus in front of the one. Works just the same. You can also visit me my website at redonionrandy.com. or find me on X at RedOnionRandy. You don't have to, but if you want to, wherever you listen to my podcast, go on and give me some stars, or whatever is appropriate for that platform. I'll take whatever you can give me and be damn grateful for it. But, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow the podcast. I'm trying to reach more people. I'm trying to get my voice out there to help people. The crazy thing is I actually am helping people. And in the process, I'm helping myself. So do what you can. And don't forget, I got sweatshirts, T-shirts, and maybe some other merch coming soon. You can find the link on the website, redonionrandy.com. And y'all take care and stay safe out there. Hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you for using GTL.